Hello. Now today we are talking about the important character of Kadambini from the story Living or Dead written by Rabindranath Tagore. Kadambini was a widow in the house of Sarda Shankar, the Jamidar. She was the widow of Sarda Shankar's brother. She was an unlucky lady. She had no parents and no brother or sister. One day, one by one, all in her father's family had died. Her husband had died. She had no son, no one whom she could call her own. She had a childhood friend, Jogmaya, whom she had not met since childhood. Thus, she was a lonely soul. She had an unusual love and affection of Sada Shankar's only son, Satish. At the time of his birth, Sada Shankar's wife fell ill and remained on a sick bed for long. So Kadambini became the child's foster mother. The developed unbounded love for his child. Her love for the child was her greatest treasure. The child called her aunt, and Kadambini's whole life and time was developed to his duties. Satish's mother spent her time in other activities, playing cards and other ladies, etc. She never cared for the child. On night, in the month of Shravan, Kadambini suddenly died. She had a pain in her chest and she fell unconscious. Her heartbeat stopped. Sharda Shankar and others took her for a dead person. They feared harassment by the police. They did not call any doctor or Vaidya. They sent her supposedly dead body to the cremation ground for four Brahmin servants and other ordered them to burn the body at once without any formal rites and cremation. The cremation ground was quite far away. The Brahmins putting the body in the nearby hut went to collect the wood. When they came back after spending quite a long time, they found the body missing. They were coward and foolish. Two of them had earlier seen some movement in the body, but fearing ghosts, they had run away. Now they went to Sada Shankar and lied to him that they had cremated the body. Um, and now they went to Sada Shankar and lied that him that they had cremated the body for the Sada Shankar and his family. Kadambini was dead and cremated. For her, Kadambini was dead and woman for her society, but she was physically alive. She went to Jogmaya's house and lived there for some time, but her mind troubled her. She began to fear her own self. She was dead, she thought, and yet alive. She had leave Jogmaya's house. She had nowhere to go. Her love for the child of Sada Shankar was true. In her husband's absence of the child had been incessantly ill and remembered none but his auntie Kadambini. Her love drew her to this house. She wanted to see the child and she then go, although she did not know where she was to go. When she saw the child, he immediately recognized her and called her auntie. He demanded water. He asked her where she had gone. Had she died? He asked her not to die again. Kadambini now felt that reality of the word. She felt that she was really alive and not dead. But when others in the family saw her, they took her to be the ghost of Kadambini to prove that she was alive and not dead. Kadambini splashed into the well in the house and died. She had proved that she was not a ghost but a real Kadambini. She had to die to prove that she was alive and was not a ghostly creature. Analyzing the incidents of Kadambini's life, we find that Kadambini, who was a very loving person, failed to get love from any quarters. She did not get paternal love. She failed to get her friend's love. She failed to get love in her father-in-law's house. Her husband died early. She had no son, but she had unbounded love of a mother, a friend, and relative. But she got no response from any side. Even the child had to ask her to go when he saw that his mother and others were afraid of her. Even her very existence was not accepted. She was taken as a ghost. So she died, and in her death she proves that she was alive and not dead. Kadambini's character and the tragedy of her life makes a permanent impression on the reader's mind. We curses our society for being cruel to women, especially widows and who are helpless, and the widows, and the single women. We forget that they are also human beings and have all craving of heart and life. When Kadambini had to leave Jogmaya's house, she came to her father-in-law's house. When she entered the house with covered face, she found Sarda Shankar's wife playing cards with her widowed sister. The child was sick and was sleeping alone without being looked after properly. Her filial love awoke, and she couldn't resist herself in the embracing the child. The child was thirsty, and she offered him a glass of water. The child was happy to see his auntie return, but it was not the fate of Kadambini to see happiness. The people of the house thought her to be a ghost. She realized that her real physical end was the only solution. But before it, she decided to prove that she was living. She took a brass pot and stuck against her head. Blood streamed out of the wound. Then, in a frenzy, she rushed towards the Janana well and jumped into it and ended her life. Kadambini represents the widowed life in Bengal. She is affectionate, charming, sensible, yet she is cursed because she is a widow. Her uncertain death upsets her thinking, which remains trapped in the four walls of the house, but the other open world made her realize that she should virtually die, otherwise her living ghost would create horror, and therefore she willingly ended her life. Thank you.